Hello, Frugivores. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Green Lantern issue number 11. It says, on the edge of reality, Hal Jordan and Star Sapphire face death. Okay. And then it says, ... by Power Ring Firing Squad, which is actually true. You know, it's actually nice to see a cover that actually... Wait, maybe we should count how many times I say actually there, right? If there was a drinking game, you'd be drunk. Well, anyway, it's nice to see a cover that actually depicts something that's in the story. And I will say, the cover right off the bat catches my attention. I really like the artwork so far that's been in Green Lantern. Though I will say, I'm not always the biggest fan of the story that's been going on. I sort of missed the whole intergalactic war police squad thing that was going on. But you know what? This particular storyline I'm enjoying, so I can't complain. Anyway, if you're not familiar, this was written by Grant Morrison. Liam Sharp was the artist and did the cover work. Steve Oliff was the colorist. And sorry, Tom, I'm not going to butcher your name as the letterer. So anyway, you can always go ahead and look at that. I'm going to show it here. And you can see who is involved. So we go back into the Green Lantern story here. And they were called in, and we really are still left in a little bit of a what's really going on. And so they were called in, and they find out pretty much that, well, how do we put this well? That things aren't 100% known. And so they start off with this. We're dealing with multiple universes here, and we have this group of Green Lanterns, and we see that Sinestro is involved in this too, and there's a problem. Sinestro pretty much tells them they are all going to die, and then we're going to get a little bit of understanding of what happens later on in this issue. So that's a little bit of foreshadowing. And then we go back to our Green Lantern of choice, the Green Lantern that this series is focused on, which is Hal Jordan, and he's there with the Green Lantern Batman type from another universe, because yes, we're dealing with multiverse, tons of different Green Lanterns from different universes, and they've been summoned here, and they're finding out that they're trapped here, and the story continues to go and evolve. But here it gets funny. We have the Batman GL says, I don't care how loud you are, I don't give a darn, he uses different language, how big you are. I'm looking at 6 ways to put you in a giant-sized wheelchair from here, and I haven't even finished counting. So anyway, Hal Jordan says this, good to have a confirmation on one thing, Batman's a dick in every universe. And I have to laugh at that, because if you're aware of the Green Lantern Batman connection there, they're not really the best of friends. There's respect there for each other, but I think that's about as far as it goes, and that's actually talked about and discussed in this a little bit too. So they're trapped, and this person here, this entity, if you will, that goes by the name Lost Zundernell, it's going to explain something to him. It says, the Golden Lantern, guardian of the cosmic grail, prisoner of this place, as are you. And then the story is going to involve a little bit more about that, and it questions the sanity of this character here. So, but if we turn to another page here, I like this part here, and Green Lantern's talking to this guy here, and he says that when he tells him they're trapped there, and he says that's not going to work. We tend to react aggressively when we're intimidated or when we're imprisoned. I'll lay odds that not an outcome you'd welcome. And he's got a bit of a grin on his face when he says that. But the GL Batman responds, how is it when you threaten him with violence, it's okay? And then Hal says in response, see the wiry smile on my face? Listen, pal. If you're anything like the Batman back home, our relationship is one of grudgingly respect at best. And I think that sums it up very well. So anyway, there's more story involved, why they're there, that this creature here has called him and summoned him. This Lost Zundernell has all these GLs. And pretty much, it's not going over well. There's a broken GL lamp, and so pretty much the GLs get teleported, or Hal does in this other place here, and he finds none other than Star Sapphire, or should I say he ends up by her, she finds him. But it's not the Star Sapphire of our world, or his world I should say, it's a different one. So it's another interesting take on that. But we're getting the idea, and they don't 100% go on and say it, that maybe this Lost Zundernell is actually a crazy person, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, lo and behold, by the end of the issue, we find out that yes, there is a problem. The day the QWA man came back, and it takes us back to where the beginning of the issue started with the group of Green Lanterns that we've seen from a different universe in Sinestro, and we see one of the Green Lanterns is pretty much torn apart, and it says Hal Jordan has 25 minutes left to live. The countdown has begun, and then next issue is the season finale. So what I'm going to say is this issue, it kept my attention. Absolutely, I did enjoy the issue. The artwork I thought was really good. I'm enjoying this storyline in particular, and I love the ending. I think the ending's hooked me about what's going to happen next. If you're not a Green Lantern fan and you don't follow, you're probably going to be pretty lost. I will tell you that. This is definitely not an issue just to jump into if you haven't been reading the current story arc. Make sure you read the current story arc, otherwise you'd be completely lost as well. But if you have been, I think you're not finding that you're wasting your money in any way. As I said, the story at this time I like better than the original story arc that this series started with, and the artwork I greatly enjoyed. It's quite detailed. The heroes look heroic. Overall, I just enjoyed it, and I don't think you'd have any disappointments either. If you have read this issue, though, I would love to hear your thoughts on. What do you think of the current Green Lantern run? Are you enjoying it? I love Hal Jordan. He's my favorite Green Lantern, but I still miss, seeing the other Lanterns more, and I think we got more of those other Lanterns in the other one. But of course, we're only 11, the other series, but we're only 11 issues into this series. But I'd like to know your thoughts as well. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep it frugal.